Good evening, Tallahassee. I'm student meteorologist Lawrence Torres-Leshnick.
And I'm student meteorologist Jessica Kirk.
And it's been a lovely day here in Tallahassee, a little warmer than usual.
Oh yes, absolutely. We had that cooler weather last weekend for Halloween, and then going into this week, those temperatures increased a little bit to being fairly warm today. I think we actually broke 80 degrees, so that was a nice change in pace, although I definitely had to break my shorts back out today.
Yeah, it was definitely not an ideal day compared with the days before. I've been getting used to the cooler temperatures.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of sweating coming to class.
Oh yes, but for those of you who do enjoy that warmer weather, it was nice to have that one last warm day of summer, although we do have another day of warm weather tomorrow, as we'll get into later, but I think we have some good news coming, right, though, Lorenz?
Good news, maybe some cooler weather coming through, drier dew points. Just in time for Thanksgiving, not Christmas, because Thanksgiving is the next holiday.
That is correct, but we do have a couple cold fronts coming through our area in the next week, so we're going to hit that later on the show. We're also going to talk a little bit about Thanksgiving as well.
Yeah, we have some Thanksgiving things planned, and we have some weather things planned. So if you're here for the weather, if you're here for FSU weather, you're in the right place.
But yeah, we're super excited for that cold weather to come back around the corner, as I personally didn't like those muggy temperatures. We're also looking forward to getting some rain as we're heading into the next few days. We're still in a little bit of a deficit for this year, although we are starting to work our way out of that drought.
Yeah, so it's not that big of a worry anymore with the drought. But, you know, some of the rain is still nice as long as you remember to carry around your umbrella and keep updated with the weather.
Yeah, but for now, we're going to go ahead and pass things off to Jana at the wall with our overview.
Thank you so much, guys. So today, right now, we are looking at 76 degrees in Tallahassee, mostly clear outside, some light winds, but nothing too out of the ordinary. On the radar, it was completely dry today. There's not much to talk about. We had a few little bits of rain off in the Gulf, but nothing anywhere near Tallahassee. And tomorrow, we're going to see an increased amount of cloud cover, and we're going to see these winds shift and come closer to this side as a cold front comes through Tallahassee. And that is going to bring rain, but it's not going to come in until late in the evening of tomorrow night. So tonight, it's going to get down to 66, partly cloudy, very nice conditions. And then tomorrow, it'll get back up to 80, and once again, it'll be mostly dry, but we are going to see thunderstorms coming in the evening. But once again, that's not going to come in until around 11 p.m. at night. So we are looking at cool temperatures and clear skies, but still keep in mind that rain chance that's going to come in tomorrow night, and then a very nice weekend ahead. I'm going to go ahead and hand things off to Evan with a look at the southeast.
Thank you very much, Jana, and props to Jana right now. Her first FSU weather segment, her first FSU weather show with us today. Thank you very much. It's definitely a pleasure having you with us as part of our FSU family. As we're looking at our southeast, we're looking at temperatures starting to get a little bit cooler areas of north, especially Little Rock over at 60 degrees. Not seeing really the cold front of producing it yet. We see it still having partly cloudy conditions, but definitely starting to cool down the temperatures just a little bit for areas around there. We're seeing a lot of drier dew points around Nashville and Charlotte over at 40. Which is a lot of this moisture is really being brought into this front. As you can really see, it's developed itself a lot throughout Texas and Little Rock, having areas of dew point up to 53. But then the peninsula we're looking at also has dew points of very mugginess up to 70 for Miami. That's helping lead up to its heat index, which is even having us at an 87 degree heat index for 6 p.m. this late in Miami. That is definitely Miami for you. All right, as we're looking for the rest of our southeast, we see that rain start to really creep in to the Memphis area and really approaching slowly into areas of Nashville. See, a lot of these storms really not too severe yet. If you look on our radar, nothing really too much popping up with these, just some standard showers, but we'll definitely see the severity really creep up on us with this cold front as it starts to develop up throughout the next day into tomorrow. We could definitely see some heavier downpours in areas of severity stretching from Texas over to areas in Little Rock in Arkansas. As for Tallahassee, you'll start to see this cold front really dissipate as it really extends over into Friday, and this thing is going to be quick moving out of the door. It comes on Friday. We'll definitely see some rain chances from this front into Thursday night, but definitely not as severe as what Texas and Little Rock will be seeing. 3 miles per hour for Little Rock, definitely not much seeing that cold front wind that it usually has for that area, but we're seeing more of sea breeze conditions around areas of Orlando and Tampa, which have been seeing some severe activity from some of those cells earlier today, and should be into tonight even for areas of the peninsula, seeing that thunderstorm storm outlook and into areas of Arkansas and Memphis. So we're also seeing some of the rain really sticking into areas of, into tomorrow. 51 into areas of Nashville, really starting to see the beginning effects of that cold front lasting in, and 54 tonight as well for Little Rock. We're seeing definitely a little bit warmer temperatures with 71 in Orlando, 72 in Tampa. Definitely the heat really sticking in within Tallahassee and areas of Florida throughout the rest of tonight and even into tomorrow. We're looking at 87 into areas of Tampa. And while Little Rock is going to be definitely dealing with that cold front into tomorrow at 57 with the chance of rain. But for now, I'm going to send it off to Lindsay with a look at how we're doing things locally.
Thanks so much, Evan. Right now, we're taking a live look over Cascades Park. The sun is setting, and that is due to our daylight savings time. We're not really quite used to it yet here. However, it will start to get darker earlier. Today, our high was 82, sitting at that. We're not used to that temperature yet. Because of this weekend that we had from that cold front, it was beautiful. Our low tonight is 66, and we will see that our temperatures are going to decline a little bit this weekend due to a cold front that is passing through. Currently in Tallahassee, it is 76 degrees. Down in the Big Bend area, it is 75, pretty much high 70s into our low 80s. Overall, a really beautiful day. Currently, our dew points in Tallahassee, we are at 62 degrees, which makes it a little more humid than we had experienced this past weekend. However, it is a relatively average dew point temperature, making for a somewhat relatively humid day. On our satellite and radar, you will see that there is not much going on. However, if we look into the next 24 hours, you're going to recognize some cloud coverage coming through, as well as some potential rain that will hit tomorrow night. Tonight's forecast, you are going to feel 64 in Tallahassee with some clouds. Down in the Big Bend, we are seeing relatively the same, 67 in Apalachicola, 66 in Carabel, 65 in St. Mark's, and 65 as well in Perry. For tomorrow, you're going to see 82 and partly cloudy in Tallahassee. Another beautiful day to experience. However, don't get used to it. We are going to cool down throughout the week. Apalachicola down at 78, Carabel as well at 78, and St. Mark's at 79. Tonight in Tallahassee, it's going to be 66 degrees, partly cloudy with slight wind coming out of the east. If you are looking to take a walk, tonight is the night. It's going to be gorgeous. If you're not used to these temperatures, perhaps think about taking a slight jacket with you. Tomorrow, 80 degrees. Rain tomorrow night. Be ready for that. You've got that slight breeze tomorrow as well, 5 miles an hour, and it's going to be partly cloudy, a little bit rainy throughout the day. Tomorrow, we are going to see that there is a % chance for rain tomorrow night. 80 degrees for our high, 64 for our low. As you can see throughout the week, we are going to decline in our temperatures. You will see that there's this cold front passing through over the weekend that gives us that beautiful 66 on Saturday, as well as high 70s and low 60s on Monday and Tuesday. Now I am going to pass things off to the desk with Lorenz, Chris, and Tyler.
Yes, thanks very much, Lindsay. We're actually going to shift gears into the next topic, Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving is 22 days away. It's on November 28th, on Thursday, of course. And because of the variability of the weather in Florida, we're actually going to talk about cool and warm temperatures and what you probably should be eating.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually from Northern Virginia. We've had some pretty cold Thanksgivings. So, of course, you always have your turkey for Thanksgiving, but one thing I always remembered was having turkey soup at least the next few days afterward.
Very nice.
And I'm from Melbourne, Florida, so Central Florida, representing here. It never ever gets below 70 for Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure I've never felt anything colder than that. So for warm weather, I mean, of course, we also have turkey as well. That's the staple for Thanksgiving. But you also have cranberry sauce. That's a cool food to cool you down. And then also gravy. But I think you can have gravy for pretty much any weather that you're in now.
I mean, if you're having your turkey, you gotta always have gravy, especially if you put it on that warm stuffing. When you gotta have your stuffing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Warms you up on a cold day.
And this is our turkey dressing graphic. see the turkey with the sunglasses where it's sunny. That's definitely me. I think Chris is probably the one where it's cold and all bundled up.
And if you happen to be rainy or windy like these other turkeys, I mean, that kind of sucks, but you can definitely eat either of the kind of foods. Like rainy, you can go inside, so none of that like outdoor Thanksgiving stuff. And windy, just make sure you don't have napkins.
I mean, if you're all like super wet, you're going to be feeling cold, so you might want
That's
that turkey soup to warm you up.
Yeah, I think that rainy one is actually Lorenz, because it rains in Orlando probably every day, at least from my experience driving on I-4.
For sure.
Always raining there.
Raining all the time.
Yeah.
You always have your pie for Thanksgiving. I remember having warm apple pie.
Yeah. Or you could have it cold.
Dessert, or cold.
Yeah, I usually go with the cooler pumpkin pie. That's more of my my level.
I mean,
or you could also heat it up.
I mean, yeah, well, pie can be served at a variety of temperatures.
What we're saying is pie is definitely a good move, whether you're in cold or warmer conditions for this upcoming Thanksgiving season. But just remember, it is Thanksgiving. It's not going to be Christmas for a while. Tyler has some choice words about that holiday pairing.
I think it's the perfect time for Christmas music. I've been blasting it down here in the studio. I love it. Everyone else here seems to really hate it. Not sure why.
Can't disrespect the bird, but for now we're gonna send things out to the wall with Tyler.
Yeah, I'm gonna take it to the wall. We're done with Thanksgiving. I like Christmas better anyways, it's okay. But we're gonna go to the national view now. That's what's important here, our weather. Here's the cold front that's gonna start pushing through. Right now, this is where the cold front's located, but as we get into Thursday evening, the cold front's really going to get closer to Tallahassee, going to get very close with this low pressure system as well. I'm going to start to see those temperatures cool down a little bit, but it's not going to cool down a whole bunch. Really, more of the cooling is going to happen with a cold front that comes through in Tallahassee next week around the Monday, Tuesday time frame. As for our temperatures, there's really a huge north-south gradient here. In the southern part of the U.S., very warm temperatures. San Antonio is at 81. Tallahassee's at 76. As we start to move northward, though, those temperatures start to drop a lot, especially here in Kansas and Colorado. You can see that huge temperature gradient right there. Kansas City getting down to 57 degrees, and then getting up to Minneapolis, they're very cool at 27 degrees. And our dew points are very close to the same story, moist in the south and southeast. As we move towards the north and the northwest, those dew points start to drop, especially in Minneapolis, once again, very dry dew points at 9 degrees, and Billings having the dew points of 15 degrees, and the northeast as well, very dry. Boston sitting at 19 degrees for their dew point. For our satellite and radar, we're going to see the rain and the showers. It's concentrated ahead of that front in Dallas. Actually, we're going to zoom into Texas right now. Lubbock right now experiencing a lot of rain there at Texas Tech, and then moving towards a little bit towards the northeast. Oklahoma City saw some rain move through. Might still see some showers there as well. And the rest of our rain is located to the north of Dallas, continuing to move towards the east. And then moving a little bit more eastward through the country to the east of Memphis, we saw some rain move through there earlier, but it's cleared out now, moving closer to Nashville, and then central parts of Kentucky seeing some showers roll through as well, and then areas south of Cincinnati got to watch out for the rain as well. And then moving towards our north, you can see some snow concentrated south of Green Bay and through the central parts of Michigan, south of Alpena as well. And then our upper level water vapor showing where that rain is located. A lot of water vapor in the upper levels in northern Texas. And over the next 24 hours, we're going to see that rain continue to move eastward and towards the southeast as the cold front continues to push towards the east and southeast as it approaches Tallahassee. For tonight's forecast, going to see those temperatures really dip down a lot, especially in the central parts of the country. Really, the south is going to be the only region that's going to have somewhat warm and comfortable temperatures for tonight. And moving into tomorrow, we're going to see those cold temperatures stick around in the same regions. Tallahassee's still going to be warm at 82 degrees. Tampa going to be at 87. But we're going to see those temperatures start to cool down as we go throughout the next day as the cold front pushes closer and closer to Tallahassee. Now I'm going to pass things off to Zach with our second local look of the evening.
Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, it was a pretty nice day out there across most of Tallahassee. What a gorgeous sunset. Live over Doak Campbell Stadium. It's 76 degrees right now, mostly clear. We have some of those high clouds here in the background, but really, we can't complain at all. We have those northeast winds at 5 miles an hour, keeping things pretty comfortable. Rainfall almanac today, no rain. You guys probably obviously saw that. So far this month, we've had about 0.62, 62 hundredths of an inch, so a little bit more than half an inch of rain so far. Satellite and radar, as we said earlier, no rain. It's pretty nice and clear out there today. We have some of those high clouds sticking around. We have a few light showers here in the Gulf, but really nothing we can talk about. We have some stuff here off to the east, offshore of Jacksonville, but really nothing that's impacting us here locally at all. Zooming in, once again, not a cloud in the sky according to the radar, no rain at all. Really nothing to talk about there. Next 24 hours, we have some of these light scattered high clouds. Clouds are probably going to increase tomorrow as we go through the day. We have that scattered chance of rain showers as we get into over here by Quincy and especially places off here to the west. We do have that possibility of seeing those scattered showers and thunderstorms. But yeah, really nothing too serious to worry about. And when the rain does come, it's going to be tomorrow night. So temperatures right now, 70 in Monticello, 76 in Tallahassee, 73 in Thomasville. Our warm spot tonight, St. Mark's. It's still at 81 degrees right there along the coast. Dew point temperatures, basically the same, a little bit cooler and drier here inland, 62 in Tallahassee, 68 in Quincy, a little warmer, a little more humid, and a little more humid along the coast with that sea breeze influence. Winds, light and variable, not too much to speak of going on here. Monticello, you're not seeing any wind at all right now. Pretty calm, clear conditions. For tonight, 74 degrees at 7 p.m. We got that mostly cloudy, mostly clear conditions. As we get into the overnight hours, you're going to see those temperatures drop a little bit. You're going to see those skies start to cloud up. As we get into tomorrow throughout the day, 69 degrees, beautiful morning, very nice outside. Noon, 74, and by 4 p.m., 80 degrees. It's looking like an absolutely gorgeous day for whatever you might have planned. Our 7-day forecast, tomorrow, as we said, 80 degrees. We might have that small chance of rain tomorrow night. Friday, that's when our next front comes in, and man, you can see that right there, 67 degrees, dropping down. Our low that night, 44, a huge overnight temperature drop. Saturday, once again, clear skies. We don't have a home football game, but if you guys decide to go do something else and enjoy your long Veterans Day weekend, conditions are looking absolutely great. Basically no chance of rain, highs in the 60s, then into the 70s. Monday, partly cloudy, a high of 76. Once again, a picture-perfect day. Tuesday, 62 degrees. We do have those cooler conditions. And Wednesday, 56 with colder temperatures. And that is going to be the next front, which we're going to talk about on the desk. It's really going to be a huge change in the pattern here. Things are going to get much cooler as we head into next week. Isn't that right, Lindsay?
We do have a cold front passing through that will have us experiencing these colder temperatures, colder than today, however, about what we felt last weekend, I would say.
Right, yeah, so we're talking about highs potentially in the upper 40s to low 50s, so maybe, 5 degrees cooler or so, but yeah, we've seen a shot of this air last week, and we are getting to that time of year when things are starting to cool off. Fall is here,
Absolutely, and if you're not used to this weather, if you're from South Florida, be sure to pack that jacket or sweatshirt this weekend. It's going to be a little cooler, and I think that we can say it might start to eventually cool down and sit at this temperature for this time of year.
Yeah, eventually, even if this cold spell doesn't last forever, and it's looking like, it is going to rebound at the end of next week.
Definitely.
We're still, it's good to be prepared.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good time to go shopping, get those long sleeves and the pants if you haven't really acclimated. And we're still on the 80, 90 degrees feeling. Summer is on its way out, guys. It really is.
It is. We love summer. However, with holiday season, you do love to feel that temperature difference. It does make it feel a little more festive, I feel like.
Absolutely, yeah. It's kind of hard to sing Let It Snow with highs in the 70s and 80s. It's kind of like,
Absolutely.
Doesn't really match.
However, we can't disrespect the bird. You have to know that Thanksgiving does come before Christmas, as the guys before said.
Absolutely. Like you said, we're getting into that festive time of the year.
We absolutely
what
are.
We're talking about, it's not going to be we're not looking at severe weather, we're not looking at a huge windstorm or anything like that, but the temperature change is going to be extremely noticeable.
Just like a beautiful cool down, almost like fall would feel in the north.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, West Virginia, if you have a day where it's 50 or 60 degrees in the fall this time of year, that's great.
Same thing with New York.
Love that. Yeah,
New York, if you're feeling 50 degrees right now, you're feeling good. Those shorts are on.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's not much. And for the rest of the country, we here in Florida, we kind of live in the bubble of like, oh, we're in the tropics.
Yeah.
Everywhere else is like Bismarck today, they're like, hey, please put us in the 50s. Like,
yeah,
we would love
that. Absolutely. So for now, we are going to pass things off to Chris, who's going to give us a closer look into what Florida's looking like this week.
Thank you, Lindsay. Right now, currently in Florida, we have a 11-degree difference between Jacksonville and Miami as our cold and warm spots. North Florida is going to be sitting in the lower 70s. Central Florida is going to be raising up the mid 70s, and South Florida, of course, is going to be in the low 80s. Going into our dew points is very muggy across Florida. We're going to have drier dew points in the north, but as you creep further and further south, your dew points are going to increase, and that's going to be making it feel a lot warmer than what the temperatures are going to feel. With satellite and radar, it's pretty sunny throughout most of the Sunshine State. However, in Central Florida, you do have these thunderstorms we are going to be zooming into by Winter Haven in South Orlando. These storms are going to be brought in from the east as there's a high pressure system that's going to be bringing in moisture off the coast, raising those dew points, bringing in some rain chances. On a forecast model, you can see that eastern flow. However, if you were paying attention up north, you'll see a wind shift as this cold front starts moving through. It's going to be bringing rain to North Florida, increasing rain chances, and dropping our temperatures down to not in the 80s or upper 70s. Moving into Orlando's 3-day forecast, we're going to start 87 degrees, 20% chance of rain. Friday, that front will be starting to move through the U, bringing you 50% chance of rain, dropping down to the 80s. And Saturday, it's going to cool off the 75. It's going to feel really nice for you in Orlando with that 12-degree difference from Thursday to Saturday. Miami, you aren't going to be feeling that cold front quite as much. Thursday, 20% chance of rain, 84, 85, 82. Your temperatures aren't going to change too much. Friday and Saturday, you do have decent rain chances. So I would recommend bringing an umbrella to class Friday or to work. And Saturday, be weather aware for your plans. For tonight's forecast, though, North Florida, we're going to be sitting in the 60s. Pretty clear night going on. There were storm chances in Tampa and Key West. However, you're going to be sitting pretty nice and comfortable throughout most of Florida with mid-70s Central Florida, high in the mid-60s in North Florida, and with the upper 70s in South Florida. Going into tonight's forecast, we're looking pretty partly cloudy for most of Florida. Key West is 85. Miami, that's going to be 87. It's going to be tied with Tampa as the warmest spot. It's going to cool all the way down to 77 in Pensacola as the cold front is going to be impacting them first, as well as that's what's bringing them their storm chances. For now, I'm going to pass things off to Jessica.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and zoom in and take one last look at Tallahassee. Here's that sunset happening over Doak Campbell Stadium. It's currently 76 outside, mostly clear night. Those clouds are going to start rolling in as we're continuing on throughout the evening. Now, we got that 76 here in Tallahassee. Down by the coast, they're feeling 81 in St. Mark's. And down in Apalachicola, 75 and 76 in Carabel. So those temperatures are cooling down from what we saw earlier today, but it's still a fairly warm evening. Now, our dew points are sitting at 62 here in Tallahassee and a little bit higher at 68 in Quincy. And they're a little bit higher down by the coast as well with that 68 in Carabel. So it's not too humid outside, but it was muggier than those dew points that we were feeling this past week during that cold front coming in. Now, we have nothing currently happening outside with almost not a cloud in the sky sitting over Florida State. But as we're looking into the next 24 hours, that cloud cover is just going to come over our area. And then you see that shift tomorrow where they start coming in from the west instead of from the east. And that's just going to show that cold front that's going to start coming through. That's going to help our temperatures cool off just a bit. And along with those cooler temperatures, we're going to see some rain tomorrow evening after those clouds roll through our area. Now, as for tonight, we're looking at 64 in Tallahassee, really all around the region, seeing temperatures in the mid to low 60s. So overall, a very comfortable night to go outside, whether that may be eating outside, taking your dog for a walk. Definitely go with a buddy as it's getting dark earlier. And like I said, those clouds are going to stick around even into tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we're looking at that 82 in Tallahassee. So those temperatures are a little bit warmer than they were this past weekend. We got one last day of summer. So for those of you who do enjoy wearing shorts, go ahead and keep those out for one more day. So tonight we're looking at 74. Those clouds are going to roll in, and we're looking at 68 around 11. So those temperatures are going to feel nice and cool tonight. Dog walking forecast for tomorrow, 71, very nice temperature in the morning, and it is going to warm up and be about 80 at 3 p.m. And once again, it's going to be cloudier tomorrow than it was today. Looking into the week ahead, definitely going to walk your dog tomorrow afternoon before that rain comes in tomorrow evening. Friday, we got a very slight chance of rain, and that's after that cold front comes through, and we're going to see those temperatures drop to the mid to high 60s, and those lows are going to be extremely different from what we have been feeling, with 46 and then 43 Friday night to Saturday. And then we got the 66 degrees on Saturday. Temperatures are going to warm up again between Sunday and Monday, beginning of next week, and we're going to see that cold front come through again middle of next week between Tuesday and Wednesday to bring us a little bit more rain. For now, I'm going to go ahead and pass things off to Evan and Tyler, and they're going to close the show for us.
Thank you very much, Jesse. And we are looking forward to those colder temperatures working their way back into our forecast, just like they have been really for the past week.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I know this first cold front won't cool us down that much, but the following cold front coming through next week is going to start bringing us a lot colder temperatures.
36 degrees, folks. It's coming. It's finally here. I never thought we'd say we have a change of seasons. I usually like to say we have summer and then fall here, and then that's it. But 36 could definitely bring some potential and possibly getting down even some winter conditions.
Yeah, did somebody say Tallahassee snowstorm? I know 36, I know it's not freezing yet, but we're getting close, and I'm very excited. Maybe we finally see some Tallahassee snow for the first time in the past couple of years. I know if I had gone here originally for freshman and sophomore year, I would have seen that snow, but fortunately it transferred in. And I missed out on it, so hopefully that happens. Probably not in November, but maybe later on in January and February.
I know a lot of people just in general a fan of snow, definitely doesn't snow here very often at all, but I know some people are like, well, I have to bring out the 6 heavy coats that I have all in my closet. I got to go buy some more at TJ Maxx or something like that. So whatever floats your boat, the colder temperatures are coming.
I like the subtle TJ Maxx plug right there. That was great. But I'm from Florida, so I don't really have any of the big coats or anything like that. I have hoodies, so I could just stack hoodies on top of each other in a windbreaker. But if it starts snowing, I might have to go shop for a coat at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, I mean, if you still have your summer gear stuck with you, you can just wear, like 10 shirts, and that'll equivalent to, like, 1 sweatshirt or 1 heavy coat, something like that?
I would definitely rather not do that if I could avoid it at all costs, really. That sounds very uncomfortable.
But if you want to look at what the weather's going to be like later this week, including those colder temperatures rolling through, you can like us on Facebook and Twitter.
And then you can also watch us live on YouTube Mondays through Fridays, starting live at 6 p.m. until Thanksgiving.
You can also follow us on Instagram at FSU Weather. We're definitely going to keep you posted about the colder temperatures coming in. Some possible records for that possibly rolling in. But definitely, as for all of us here at FSU Weather, I'm student meteorologist Evan Thomason.
And I'm student meteorologist Tyler Sherrod. Have a great evening, everyone.